Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This is my top 10 stocks as we head into Monday, August 9th. Hopefully everybody had a great week. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're somebody that uses technical charts within your decision-making process as a trader, or maybe you're just new to charts and interested more so about how they can be used to make good decisions as a trader, then this will be a video for you. Also on that note, very quickly, if you are new, if you are interested in learning more, just keep in the back of your mind that as I go through the video here, that I am offering a free live class this upcoming week. So if you're interested and want to learn more, then you can get signed up for it if you're watching on YouTube down in the description box, or if you're watching at claytrader.com, somewhere around your screen, there will be an area that you can click to get signed up. So like I said, just keep that in the back of your mind, and if you're really liking what you're seeing, you can see the practical power of technical analysis, and you want to learn more about it. Like I said, I want to personally invite you to get signed up for the class. First one here, ticker symbol AMC, and on Thursday had a very impressive bounce. And today was a big question in terms of, all right, well, is there going to be any follow through? Was the bounce just going to fall apart? And really neither happened. So it's not like it was a very impressive day, but certainly it wasn't a terrible day either. But I will say that from a technical point of view, I think a level that a whole lot of people are going to be watching now is that trend line right there. So I'll actually change that to green to represent more of a bullish dynamic here. But very clearly now, that there is a little bit of a miniature uptrend here, which is always good to see. So yeah, today wasn't an explosive, but that's why you can't say that today was bad either, because at least today was part of contributing to help to build this uptrending trend line here. So that's certainly going to be a level that, I don't want to say is the be all end all, but in terms of, what's going to make this chart look the healthiest and strongest moving forward, if the price can stay above that level there, that's certainly going to be best case scenario. If the price were to break down below there, then at that point, I could see the price very realistically potentially coming back down to that $30 mark to retest there, but no need to get ahead of yourselves because, price is, doing a great job of staying above that trend line. But those would be the main areas of support. And then in terms of areas of resistance in the very near term, yeah, you still have that pink line there, the 200 period moving average as the overarching level. But before you even get up to that level, seems as though there's a key one right there around $34.25. But overall, like I said, not a great day, but certainly not a terrible day. So kind of just the middle of the road day, but you got to like the fact that the price is ever so slightly trending upwards. So we'll see if the price can continue to build upon that next week. Next one here, ticker symbol KXIN, and just an absolute beast of a move this late afternoon. You can see here the final portion of the day, and I should note that I'm doing 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here, as they're called, represents 30 minutes of time. So you can see right here the combination of this candle and then that candle right there is 1 hour, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. So point here being the last hour of the day, you can see the volume just exploded in and the price reacted very nicely with it. So if you're somebody that likes to play more so pullbacks, well, then I think the main level to watch moving forward is going to be that former resistance trend line right there, which is just based on a foundational rule in charting. When levels of resistance are broken and closed above, they tend to act as support. So if you're somebody that prefers more so to play pullbacks, then it looks as though right around $3 would be an area that you could consider. Or if you're somebody that just likes to play breakouts, well, it's kind of already broken out, but where are some of these next possible continuation areas of resistance at? And I realize the chart's getting hard to see here, but that's a good problem to have when you have to go back this far into the chart's history. But the next key area of resistance seems to be right up there around, we're just going to call it $3.65. And then after $3.65, next key level up there right around $3.80. So keep your eye on those couple areas of resistance as it's looking like they could be coming into play next week. But overall, you really couldn't ask for a better close to the week here as it just absolutely exploded. So early next week, certainly going to be pretty exciting and very interesting. Next one, BTBT, and for you longer time viewers of the top 10 list here, this one has treated us well and continues to treat us well. I mean, if you're looking to write a textbook and on the chapter you're looking for uptrends and you needed some examples, I mean, talk about a perfect example. Higher highs and higher lows, and that is the name of the game, and that is once again what's happened here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line as it served its purpose, but I am going to make the update here, and this update just as we talked about, based on a foundational rule which states when resistances are broken, they tend to act as support. So if you're someone that's more so comfortable playing pullbacks, then there's no doubt about it. As I already mentioned, this thing is in an uptrend, but a potential pullback point right there around the $16 mark, as that was a previous breakout point. So, while there's no guarantees there, by no means could anybody accuse $16 of being some random area to think about potentially entering in. There's a whole lot of rationale that would go behind that, which again doesn't guarantee anything. But as traders, our job is to not just gamble, right? Our job is to make good, solid, rational, logical decisions. And it's more than logical to think $16 could be a bounce point. So like I said, from a pullback perspective, that's an area to consider. And then from the breakout standpoint, nothing fancy here at all, other than continue to ask the question, okay, well, where did the party finally stop today? That was basically up there around 1925. So keep an eye on that if the price does try to turn itself back around. But yeah, all in all, congratulations to everybody that's been playing this one. It's been, like I said, you could throw it right into a textbook, a truly beautiful chart. Next one here, ticker symbol HOOD, Hood here for Robinhood. And overall, not a lot to report, but there is things to report in the sense of the levels that I've talked about previously, have been confirmed as making a pretty big difference. So sure, this will maybe mean a little bit more to those of you that watch past videos, but if you did, I talked about this $58 mark as being an area of resistance. And wouldn't you know it today, not once, but on several occasions, the price got right up around that area and could never quite push through it. So that doesn't mean that the price can never push through that area. All I'm saying is that it's certainly been confirmed that, yeah, that area is going to be a key breakout point and a key area of resistance. So if the price has any chance at all of starting to regain some of the momentum that it had earlier in the week, according to the chart here, it's looking like that first level that's going to, be a sign of potential more momentum to come is going to be, can it break above that $58 mark? So you're going to want to continue to keep a close eye on that from the resistance side of things. On the good news front, though, it was looking like this level down here may be getting tested because there was so much downwards momentum at the close on Thursday. But really today just basically went sideways. So that doesn't mean that the price, can't go down any further, but it does seem today did a good job of kind of just slowing down all that downwards pressure. And we'll see if the price can build upon it. But if it does decide to roll back over, then you still do have that area down there at 47 as that key level of support. But yeah, definitely got a whole lot of confirmation that that red line at 58 is going to be a stubborn level. So we'll see if the price can get the break of it or not on either Monday or Tuesday. Next one here, ticker symbol AMD, and a very... Now, overall, I should set up context. Overall, the trend is still plenty bullish. So it's still a very big uptrend. There's no doubt about that. But as I zoom back in here, a very rough day, because when you stop and actually just think about how people are probably feeling, you got to think people are feeling pretty discouraged here heading into next week because, again, each of these represents 30 minutes. So check out the opening 30 minutes. Just a huge move to the upside. Next 30 minutes, another good solid green amount of time. And then from there, it was basically just red, all the way back down to where it started. So, I mean, the price started off here on the day, great move up, and then the price literally went right back to where it started. So does that guarantee anything? No. Does it at least make it a valid, rational thought process to now begin to think, yeah, there's probably quite a few discouraged people out there that might just want to be kind of wave the white flag and give up? Absolutely. So as of now, yeah, $1.10, that green line, which I talked about in a previous video, is still holding that support. But if it doesn't, then at that point, you got to think that $1.08 has a very real chance at being tested. But as of right now, like I said, if I could summarize this chart in one word right now, again, in the very near term, I'm not talking about the big picture uptrend, but in the very near term, what happened today would be discouragement for the reasons discussed. Great bounce up, and then totally gave back all those gains. So it'll be interesting to see if that carries into next week. Next one here, ticker symbol ANY, and beautiful, beautiful pattern here. The beautifulness starts off with the fact that you can see progress being made. So you have these higher bases that were formed throughout the course of the day. Another way you could illustrate that is just with the trend line, if you wanted to draw that trend line in, something like that. So, but that's the context is, of course, there was the gap up, and yeah, there was that nasty opening 30 minutes where the price just essentially went straight down. But after that, slowly crept back upwards. So with that being the context, now there's a very well-defined area of resistance, or in more so technical jargon, a breakout point, which seems to be right around $5.10. So while nothing is guaranteed, and I'll continue to repeat that because I don't want to come across like charts are a perfect tool. No, they're just a tool that's helping us make good decisions, not random decisions, rational decisions. So it is more than rational that if the price can get up to 510 and get the breakout through there, that break could very well create quite a bit of upwards buying pressure. So 510 in my mind is going to be that key breakout point. But overall, nice little pattern here that's formed, and we'll see if the price and pattern can get continuation on Monday. Next one here, down in the world of penny stocks, ticker symbol RGBP. And like AMD and like BTBT, good solid overall uptrends. And the nice thing here, I suppose, depending, that's perspective. If you're bought right there, then yeah, this is not nice. But if you're someone that's saying, I like to play uptrends, I like to play, stocks that seem to have strong overall momentum, but I also don't want to be buying the top. I don't want to, have to wonder, I don't know, am I falling into the track of FOMO, fear of missing out? And you don't have that anymore because the price is pulled back. And while that doesn't guarantee anything, it does at least imply that you didn't chase, you didn't buy the top. Because if you think about it, there were some people that bought right there. And those people, it may turn out to be okay for them, but you got to think they're probably going to have a pretty nerve-wracking weekend. But the pullback has occurred. But again, the context matters here. So yes, it's a pullback. Yes, it can feel like the end of the world. But within the grand scheme of things, very clearly, the price is still with an overall uptrend. So as far as, actual pullback levels, the area that stands out to me more so than other ones would be this consolidation area right down there around 0.022. Not saying it'll go down to that area, but I mean, even if it were to go down there, I mean, the price is still well up above the purple line there, the 50-period moving average, which illustrates the fact that, the overall trend is still plenty bullish. But yeah, for pullback areas, 0.022, that 50-period moving average, keep an eye on those. And then as far as breakout players are concerned, I mean, nothing fancy, just the question of, okay, where did the party finally stop going up? And that was essentially at 0.026, so you're going to want to keep an eye on that. But overall, fantastic looking uptrend, and you got the pullback. Next one here, ticker symbol SPCE, and really like this pattern, very well defined. So the first part of the pattern is just simply the support part where the buyer's hanging out, and you can see right down here around, let's just call it $33.25. Every single time the price went down to that vicinity of the chart, you can see a couple times there, and then one final time, the final 30 minutes, and both times there were plenty of buyers down there. People are apparently finding this as a good deal. Now, are people going to continue to find that a good deal? Nobody knows that. But as of right now, people thought that right around there was a good deal, and therefore enough people showed up to buy where the price could never push, any further down. But that is going to be the support part of the pattern. And then as far as the resistance portion, right there. So if we draw in kind of the overall premise of the pattern, so you have the big move up, you have that level coming down, you have that area like that, and then for you golfers out there, let's put the golf hole down there. So you could call this a bull pennant pattern. Maybe some people would call it a bull flag pattern. But point being, the context is big move up. Now it's consolidating, which brings to the next question of, next week, is this a healthy consolidation where the price is going to get continuation? Or who knows, maybe this isn't healthy. This is just kind of actually a little bearish consolidation that's going to lead to something much more. But as of now, you got to give the advantage to the bulls, and we'll see if the price can eventually get the bounce up there and then maybe even break out to the upside. Next one here, ticker symbol BYSI, and truly setting up for a fantastic, Monday, Tuesday, because there is now a very, very well-defined area, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust this area of resistance up to that level right there at the $30 mark. And by no means is that some sort of, I'm not trying to come across like that's a great discovery on my part, like that's some sort of special skill that I have. In fact, the exact opposite, meaning I assure you people with even a basic understanding of charts have noticed that level. They've noticed that the price got rejected back there a few days ago, and they've noticed that it's been rejected right there. So a lot of people around the world have drawn that line. And I go through all that because one, a lot of people are watching the same level, wondering the same thing. Call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want. It can produce some very dynamic movement. So as I've said a million times, nothing is guaranteed, but it is 100% rational to think that if the price can get up to 30 and then get the break of it, that break in and of itself could really create a whole bunch of upside buying pressure, because you're going to have people saying, hey, I'm a breakout player. Hey, look, that's breaking out. Hey, I'm supposed to be buying because I buy breakouts and it is breaking out. So $30 is going to be, like I said, the level that everybody and their brothers, uncles watching. And then this is all occurring within a context of a nice little uptrend here. So overall, a big old kind of little ascending triangle here and a very interesting dynamic. But yeah, in my mind, this one can be summarized in one word, and that would just be $30. Next one here, ticker symbol WORX. Did this analysis, I think, a couple of videos ago on the top 10 list, and finally got the move. Came down here, did need to consolidate, but then today really came to life again, which is set up for another interesting pattern here. So we'll go ahead and get rid of these lines as they've served their purpose for now. But as far as the pattern here, pretty much a case of deja vu in my mind. $3.40 is going to be that main area of resistance, and then we have that part right there, which I will change to green, again, to represent the bullish part of the pattern, the support trend line. And then down here, I'll just put in the pull portion. So again, if I were to do that, and then something like that, and then put that golf hole down there, we have ourselves yet another bull pennant pattern, which is a good solid pattern here, especially from the volume analysis standpoint. On the breakout part of the pattern, good solid volume. During all this consolidation, you can see volume dropped off here quite a bit. So it's definitely a worthy pattern to keep an eye on. And one of those situations where, again, nothing guaranteed. And I realize I'm probably annoying you saying that, but I really just want to hammer home that nobody can sit here and say that anything for sure will happen. Our job as traders is just to make not random decisions. And it is certainly not random at all to be looking at 340 and potentially thinking that that could be some sort of breakout to the upside there. So keep an eye on that. But overall, a nice little bull pennant pattern. So that wraps up the top 10. And again, like I said at the beginning, I want to just personally invite you to get signed up for this free class. If you enjoyed what you heard, and if you want to learn more about how charts should be used, how they can be used, how they should not be used, and why they are a very valuable tool to build consistency as a trader, then the class is being offered next week, Wednesday. August 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, always the important part, Eastern Time. So get signed up for it. And like I said, you'll learn a whole lot about why charts work, how they shouldn't be used, and just why they're a great tool that should at least be considered even in your trader tool belt. Then as far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy them, if you like this format, then please communicate that to me so I know whether or not it's worth the time and effort to continue to do them. Because if it is worth the time and effort, then I have no problem doing them. So how can you communicate that to me? Very easily. Click the like button, leave a basic comment, even if it's just a smiley face, a thumbs up emoji, just saying hi. Any of those things, basic comment, hitting the thumbs up button, like I said, communicates to me that it's worth the time and effort. And as long as I know that's the case, I'll continue to do these top 10 lists. And again, just want to personally invite you to get signed up for the class if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about it. So hopefully I'll see you at the class next week, and hopefully everybody had a great week.